Hey, what's up, guys? Twintuitive 717 here. I am back with another reading. I hope you guys are doing incredibly well as always. Let's dive right into the Divine Masculine Collective and see what's going on. I am just going to go with the cards here for this reading, guys. I do feel energetically like the overall theme is just missing you, longing for you. A lot of you are feeling this energy of just missing your counterpart. I feel like Divine Feminines, a lot of you who are very new to the journey, it's going to feel really overwhelming, okay? And I think that I need to come on and just hold you guys through this experience because it kind of feels like you're losing control a little bit, especially with a lot of the longing, the sexual energy, longing for you, missing you, needing you to be like in the physical. Now, I feel like I'm coming on to share with you guys as well, like, the reason it's so overwhelming is because you're not only dealing with your energy, but you're dealing with your Divine Masculine's energy as well, okay? Because you're the receiver, a lot of it is you're intuitively picking up on it. So now is a really good time to practice things like meditation and journaling and just getting all of the emotions out. And also, too, the sexual energy is trying to push you in the direction of your creativity, okay? It's a great time to birth things into reality. You're going to exhaust yourself if all you do is self-pleasure all day, because I understand, like, at the beginning of my journey, it's all I knew what to do with the energy as well. I talk a lot about this stuff in my membership video, guys, so definitely hit up my memberships and join the community there. I talk a lot about my personal insights, but I feel like, you know, breathe, guys, and it's a really good time to journal because what you're actually going to do is help yourself express, okay? And that's what you're really wanting to do. Many of the masculines, you're feeling a lot of the sexual energy because it's their only way of like processing the emotions. So many of you may be picking up on a lot of their visions, or maybe you're having a lot of, you know, thoughts that you're like, oh my goodness, I've never thought about things like this before. And it's like, that's how you know it's your masculine's energy, okay? Because you've never thought about stuff like this before. So I feel like they're opening you up, you're opening up, so be productive and be focused, okay? I do have my life purpose deck here as well. How about we start with that as a message for the Divine Feminine Collective who may be feeling overwhelmed with just feeling like a lot of euphoric energy from your counterpart. They long to connect with you in the physical, but for many of you that may be impossible, right? Just based off of the circumstances. So what's driving you crazy is that you want to be with someone, but everything, according to obstacles and circumstances, says that you can't, or you shouldn't, or it's forbidden. So many of you are like, Frig, what do I do? What do I do? So let's see what your spiritual team wants you to know. And these may also be things that you guys know that your soul is destined to do in some way. Maybe these are things that you were really passionate about a really long time ago, and you're having this twin flame experience in order to reawaken it again. So you're meant to do something like creative, play with this energy. Don't get consumed by it, okay? So let's see what you guys maybe need to dust out of the closet or explore again. So we have music for some of you, okay? So many of you may know how to sing, or I'm hearing some of you have like a really strong connection to like writing. I see somebody writing music. Some of you could play an instrument. It says your connection to music is healing for yourself and others. I'm also hearing too, like, someone deeply connects to lyrics. So part of something like spiritual that might be new for some of you is interpreting lyrics for your community, okay? Because you have a way of like reading into lyrics in an even deeper way, okay? So I don't know, maybe some of you may write poetry, or like, you really need to take this seriously, guys. Like, I see that many of you are very talented, and this is what you need to do with the energy that you are being flooded with right now, okay? I promise you, if you take that focus and you dig into some of your passions or hobbies, or, you know, opening up old projects, because I'm hearing that some of you have put music on the back burner because you may just be overwhelmed by a lot of the spiritual stuff that's happening on the journey. Some of you may feel exhausted, you may feel like you can't think straight. This is where breathing comes in, meditation, right? All of these things that it was like, yeah, we'll worry about that stuff later on the journey. I just want to bone this person. Now it's catching up, right? Patricia McNeely, search for her. Patricia McNeely, I think Twin Flame Revelation, gosh, I don't know what her channel is called now. She's changed it quite frequently. I thought it was Twin Flame Bodies, but she's got a lot of real good stuff on how to handle a lot of the influx of energy and teaching you about meditation. So I will say it yet again in this video, Patricia McNeely, if you guys are going through a really difficult time in terms of like processing the energy, okay? A lot of you are becoming very telepathic with your masculines as well, and you may find that it's like, holy shit, the more I connect with them, the more I feel thoughts of something wanting to awaken again. So this may be a sign. Get back into writing your music, playing your music, experimenting with putting it out there. You don't need to keep second guessing yourself. You will find your community. Okay, there's so many people in this world. You will find your community who needs your music to heal. That's why I feel like many of you may not only like sing, but you write your music as well. And you feel like, it's like, oh, the world is so big, how will anybody notice me? And it's like, wait a second, your vibration is supposed to attract a specific community, so do not hold back. Okay, what else do some of you need to know about your spiritual path? So we have spiritual teacher. So some of you need to stop listening to readings and start creating readings of your own. And I think that that's why I was picking up on like new things that are coming through. Like many of you may start like Instagram pages or maybe TikToks where it's like you break down music, you break down song lyrics, because through that you may have spiritual teachings, or you may open up others to spiritual teachings. So you heal with your classes, sessions, seminars. Those words could be very triggering to some of you because you need to get going on prepping your sessions, seminars, classes. This could be something that a lot of you have put on the back burner. Again, the journey of the twin flames, it can get really overwhelming, guys. Like, it feels like every single area of your life, the pentacles, the cups, the wands, all of it is hitting you at once, right? It's like you don't know what to invest your time into. That's why spending time alone is going to be really important, so that way you can spend a lot of time with your thoughts, okay? If you've taken journaling for granted, or you feel weird about doing it, or it's very difficult to journal, then again, spending more time focusing on like taking walks in the morning. I know I used to get a lot of intuitive messages by showering. So I found that I would have to like shower 3 times a day. It sounds weird, but it's like, that's how I had to cope with the energy and like connecting to my own thoughts, and also like doing the dishes. So, and cleaning, like for some weird reason, I would get tons of beautiful channeled messages about where it is I could direct my energy when I was doing those types of things. So for some of you, you're really scared to be alone, but I feel like in your solitude, that's where you'll end up getting a lot of these messages. I'm seeing driving as well. Many of you get a lot of intuitive messages while you drive. So don't be afraid to like get in the car sometimes and just drive to somewhere and park up for a bit and drive back home. It's like the act of doing that is really going to bring you a lot of clarity. But some of you need to get going because like you just have the ability to lead others. And being a spiritual teacher, like some of you have gifts that like I'm seeing like back when you were in high school, you used to be the one to like organize all of the school projects, and like you thrive in organizing information and teaching it to others. And when others understand you, you get such a thrill out of it, or you get such a thrill out of helping others learn a concept or feel empowered by learning something new. Like that's what brings you so much joy and happiness. So you need to share it. Let's go ahead and get one more for the Divine Feminines. All right, so we do have travel. Okay, so that's very exciting because I do feel like some of you, like you may see this as like it's not realistic for you to pursue, but I do feel like travel is something that like you're needed in a lot of places, and more so you need to experience a lot of different things to come back home to be able to share what it is you know and learn. Like I see somebody who goes around collecting information or experiences because there's a big purpose in you coming back home and like sharing on a greater scale or perspective about what it is you've learned through your travels. So a lot of you could be guided towards solo travel as well, and it may be something that you could be afraid of doing. I'm also sensing group travel, so a lot of you could be drawn to like-minded communities, or it may be a message to, like, let's say you're following a particular channel that like has meetup for travels, or it's something that you may be weary of doing. I feel like it is time to make that step and venture off. It could be something as small as like you know, maybe you may not go on like a solo trip and travel and take a plane ride with a bunch of strangers, but, you know, maybe meeting up in like a public space to join like a club, or like something in your community that involves you going. Like, I'll give you guys an example. For the longest time, I've wanted to try badminton, and the program is there at my community center, but like I've just kind of been hesitating to do it alone or by myself. It feels weird, right? But I know that by going there, there's something to be had, or there's an experience to be had. I mean, there's probably lots of other people who felt the exact same way. And in fact, my son goes to that same community center, and you know, like as a kid they have to do it, right? Like I take my son to tons of extracurricular activities, and he's got to go by himself and make new friends and meet, and I'm just sitting there as like watching him do his extracurricular activity. And on the other side of the gym I saw adults, you know, doing their badminton, and I'm like, that could be me, you know, that could be me over there playing with those people. So some of you might need to get out there and like take baby steps, because I feel like many of you need to travel, but you may be afraid of this. Like meeting people in new environments, it doesn't have to be so drastic. Take small steps and go out to like a cafe and sit with your laptop, right? And just enjoy the environment around you. Enjoy strangers coming in and out and looking up and making eye contact with others, because I feel like you guys need to get out again, because you're needed, or there's something social about you that's been dormant, or you've let it remain dormant for a while, and it's time for you to spread your wings, divine feminines. So let's see what else is happening for you. What else is happening for you as you just weave through all of the realizations that you're having with your masculine as well. So your spirit guides want to assist you, so pay attention to the repetitive thoughts that may be coming through about you guys moving into purpose, because the energy is big. I'm hearing that a lot of you may be feeling like you could be just going crazy a little bit. Call on your spirit guides. You don't have to go through this experience alone. In fact, I did share this in like a few personal sessions this week, where like I reminded you guys that when you're really feeling the influx of like the purging energy, so you might feel like telepathy is happening, you can feel your divine masculine energy really strongly, it's like you don't know which way to turn, it feels overwhelming. Call out on your spirit guides and ask them to show you guys proof that this journey is real. Ask that they calm your heart, like they calm your soul. And that, like, I also too feel acceptance, like help them to help you accept that you are having like a spiritual experience, help you to be more open to receiving all of the stuff that's being thrown at you in a way that's like graceful. Take the energy and redirect it, guys. Move into things that make you feel really, really good, because there's lots of opportunity here for you to birth new things into reality. And I feel like many of you have already been having thoughts on it anyway, or certain experiences have been manifesting for you to go in that direction. But something's slowing you down, okay? And you need to complete the cycle, and you need to go through some kind of shift or change. So I feel like smacking you guys across the face as a friend and telling you, like, kind of get a grip and close out this cycle of, like, oh my God, like, what am I going to do? It's like, get a grip, okay? Yes, you're having this twin flame experience. You're worthy of it, okay? You're worthy of all of this amazing, crazy, exhilarating, passionate energy of feeling desired and desiring someone. It's like literally hitting the, love jackpot, okay? Love at first sight, a love that feels genuine, authentic, it's true. Now it's time to close out that cycle of feeling like love struck, okay? And get a grip on yourself and refocus, because I do see for many of you, you're getting messages around like the chaotic energy, because you can't spiral out of control. This is the tower moment here, okay? Yes, it's happening. You don't need to keep running around like a chicken with its head cut off. Did this really happen? Did this really happen? Yes, you are having the twin flame experience. Now it's time to close out the cycle of awareness, and now it's time to reopen a cycle of taking action. Okay, so that's going to involve you moving in the direction of your music, okay? Taking that a little bit more seriously. For a lot of you, it could feel really difficult as well to reopen a lot of these projects because it feels like, oh, where am I going to get started? But I'm hearing that you're going to keep getting persistent messages around it. And now that you have gotten this message, hopefully through this reading, you're going to be a lot more open to some of the repetitive thoughts that you have been getting to just keep going, keep pushing. All right, I'm going to get one action card, and then we're going to close off this message about what to do with a lot of the influx of this energy that's coming through Divine Feminines, okay? If this reading resonates, if the title resonates, keep moving forward. We have the Knight of Swords, okay? So someone who is intellectual, determined, focused. That's why I had to smack you guys across the face. That might be our very Knight of Swords coming in to tell you guys, like, seek out an intellectual solution to your problem, the need to move quickly, move decisively, sudden or unexpected changes, okay? And that's why I'm saying move quickly on these things. Don't hesitate. Put yourself out there. Some of you need to hear that. Like, you've got to put yourself out there more because the world needs your talent, your personality, whatever craft you're doing right now, you are going to excel. Use this beautiful, passionate, sexual energy to birth things into your reality, okay? Don't waste time is what I'm getting out of the Knight of Winter, the Prince of Winter. All right, so that's what I have for you guys for this message. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you guys would like to reach out for a personal session, I am over at hipsy.com. Guys, reach out anytime. I'd love to chat with you. Otherwise, I will catch you guys in the next one, okay? You guys take care. Bye.